Right guys, just before we start this video I want to apologise, there is no webcam footage. I usually obviously when I do my match reviews and previews I do a kind of vlog kind of thing. Sadly that's not the case with this. My webcam fucked up, the computer fucked up, more the computer's fault, but I've just got the audio and fuck knows, I've not even edited it yet, so it might be gameplay in the background, who fucking knows, we'll find out in a minute. So if you guys do enjoy, please hit the like button and subscribe, and here we go into the video guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, it's me Ryan118, and as you know Celtic took on Mönchengladbach on Wednesday night there in the Champions League third match of the group stage, and you know the result, we were beaten 2-0. Confidence going into the game, I was high on confidence. I thought that we were going to go in and get the win. I thought we were going to be well played, and I thought we were going to be going in the same intensity with the same ambition as what we wanted from the Man City game, but when it got to the game it just felt like all of it was drained from the team that wasn't there. On the pitch, it was just a poor performance, and granted the better team won the night. Gladbach came to Celtic Park and put in a far better performance than what Manchester City did. Mönchengladbach were a solid team, and yeah, it was two mistakes that led to the goal, which we'll come on to soon. But they were the better team and they did deserve the win. Also on the park, you know, I couldn't count the amount of times I wasted the ball and we passed it to Gladbach and we didn't get it forward, and we were just holding it at the back and we were hoping to walk out the game with a draw, but it looked as though there was no ambition in the team. And obviously there is ambition in the team, we wanted to go and win the game, but on the night, you know, what happened? I don't know, it seemed the passion was gone from the team. We weren't playing like we usually do on a Champions League night. It just seemed very bland, very stale, and it was just all round a poor performance from the team. No player on the park was good, in my opinion. There was not one player who I could pick out a performance and went, do you know what, he put in a good performance tonight, because there was not one. I couldn't find one player that was a saving grace from the team. Every player had a poor game. Tierney didn't get much of the ball. He's usually the man who we pick out to be the star player. He didn't really do anything on Wednesday night. Dembele didn't get the ball more than fucking 3 times in my recollection. I can't remember him getting the ball. Griffiths came on, didn't do anything. Toure obviously made a couple of big blunders which cost the goal. Syryachenko, nothing special. Gordon obviously not making, he made a couple of good saves here and there, but you know, there wasn't any standout performances that we could take any positives from the game, and it really just drained a lot of confidence out of the team for the match on Sunday, which I'll talk about in a moment. But Gladbach were the better team. Their fans were terrific, by the way. If you've seen any videos such, and if any Gladbach fans end up watching this video, which I doubt, but I mean, if they do, your fans are terrific. It was a terrific fucking performance from the fans. Never mind the team, they're singing, everything was brilliant. They were quality fans, and that was another thing. Yeah, once we went 1 or 2-0 down, the atmosphere just kind of drained from Celtic Park. You know, it wasn't the same, didn't feel like the same Champions League night at Parkhead. On other nights, for example, the Manchester City game, it was a poor performance. I don't quite know how to react. I'm quite wordless, speechless. Wordless? What the fuck is wordless? Quite speechless on what the performance was. It was just there was nothing to take from the game on our part of it. It was just poor and it needs improvement. And Gladbach could have single-handedly in that game have wiped out our chances of getting a European place beyond Christmas. It looks as though we're not going to be in Europa League or Champions League now, because the task is we need to go and beat them in Gladbach to stand any chance of having Europa League football. And if we perform anything like that we did on Wednesday night, there's no chance. I don't see us going over to Gladbach and get the win. You know, it can always happen. You know, maybe Gladbach do the same as us and have a bad night, but if we play anything like that and Gladbach are as good as what they were on Wednesday, there is no chance in hell that we are walking out of that stadium in Germany with the 3 points, and it looks as though we will be crashing out of Europe. It's sad to say, but it looks as though it's going to happen. There's no really any way back for us, in my opinion. I think that's it. I think we've wasted our chance. That was the most vital game of the group stage, and we just kind of threw it away. I'm just really surprised because of how well we played against Manchester City, and we went and done that. I was shocked. As I said, I was speechless. I didn't know what to think. The 2 goals, obviously, the fingers have been pointed at Kolo Toure, and Kolo Toure has apologised and said it's his fault, and it's a good thing. You know, he's came out and he said, you know, look, sorry, my bad, I've made the mistakes, and they were big mistakes, and really, it's the kind of mistakes that if Efe Ambrose made them, we would be patting them out the team, we would be giving them all the abuse under the sun. But Kolo Toure, you know, not the same abuse. I'm not a fan of Efe Ambrose. I don't know if I've ever voiced it on the channel. I'm just not a fan of him. But Kolo Toure made the mistakes, and I don't want to go out and give him abuse, because he's been fantastic all season, in my opinion. I think every game Kolo Toure has been terrific. He has made a couple of blunders throughout the season, you know. It's not really led to goals or anything, but there's been a couple of times where he's made a mistake and I'm like, oh, jeez, oh. But in all season, Toure has been terrific in my opinion. I think the 2 goals he gave away, you know what, the first one was unlucky, to be honest. I mean, he should have cleared it. I don't know if you've seen the goals. Had the ball at his feet for about 20 minutes. He should have cleared it, and the time he did, the Gladbach player swept in, boom, in the back of the net. The second goal, entirely his fault, you could say. But nothing we can do about it. They did deserve the win anyway. It was going to happen. They were probably going to score a goal. And I know some people say if Toure didn't make the 2 mistakes, we would have walked out with a point. I don't think we would have. I think Gladbach would have still pushed on and got a couple of goals, maybe 1 goal even. They were just a fantastic team on the night, unlike us. It just, as I said, I felt like all the passion, all the intensity from Celtic was gone, and we weren't playing for anything. It looked as though the team were just passing it, especially in the second half. In the second half, it went in at half time 0-0, and you'd think the team would come out in the second half and play for something, push forward, get a goal, and show some intensity, but there was nothing. It was horrible. The performance, our passing was slow. We kept holding the ball back in the defence. We weren't getting forward. I don't know what it was. It seemed like a performance that Jose Mourinho put in against Liverpool. It seemed like that, you know, Jose Mourinho was playing for the draw, and it felt like we were playing for the draw. If we can draw 3-0 with Man City, we are perfectly capable of beating Borussia Mönchengladbach at Celtic Park, and I don't know why we didn't play for the win. We didn't play with any intensity. We did for like the first 10 minutes, and then it was gone. Gladbach took the game, and it was theirs all game long. There was no coming back after we went down 1-0, in my opinion. When we went down 1-0, it was just attack after attack from Gladbach. Careless mistakes from us over and over again. And that's why I don't think Kolo Toure should be held responsible entirely, because the whole team will make mistakes. They couldn't string 2 passes together. And I'm not out to just criticise the team and say we're shite and that, but it's just, I'm just really annoyed of where the passion was in the team, because, as I said, there was none. And that is what just annoys me. It just looked as though there was nothing from the team, especially after we conceded the first. It just looked lifeless. Looked as though there was nothing to play for on the park, and it just really, really annoyed me. But, you know, we've got to go over to Gladbach now. We've got to get as good a result as we can, really. I mean, whether that be a draw or a win, we can't really afford to lose, but the reality is we're probably going to go over to Gladbach and lose. And the other thing I want to talk about, this game has really drained my confidence for the match on Sunday. As you know, Celtic played Rangers in the League Cup semi-final at Hampden on Sunday, and it's just really drained my confidence for that match. It really has, because at Hampden it's a completely... I know we beat them 5-1 in September. That was at Celtic Park. It's completely different to Hampden, and Rangers are not going to go out in that park and allow that to happen again. They will be waking up and inside them. They will want a better result. They won't want to be embarrassed again, because that's what it was for them. That 5-1 defeat was an embarrassment, and they're not going to let it happen this time. They will be a much stronger team, and if we're playing anything like we did on Wednesday night, God help us. God help us. As I said, we can hope for the best in the rest of the Champions League tournament. In my opinion, I don't see us getting through. It all comes down to that match in Gladbach. I'm always confident in the team. I always feel confident in the team. I like to be confident about the team. I don't like to be the one sitting back and going, no, we're not going to win tonight. But it is, in reality, looking like a pretty hard task. But that is my match review for Borussia Mönchengladbach. If you guys agree, disagree, whatever, leave it in the comments. Could have been a better game. I still have faith in the team. We're still having a great season. I'm not going to let us dwell on that. I think we're still going to go win the league. We could win the treble. If we win the treble, it's still a very successful season. So guys, for me, I'm Money. This has been the Mönchengladbach review, and I'll see you guys next time.